to, or welcome back to No Good Rolls, Just Good Role Playing. And I buggered it up again, didn't I?
No, that was right. I think.
Which is really bad because I'm the one who came up with the title. We are just getting ready to initiate combat here with the veteran dwarves who have come to lay siege to the Cloud Giant's tower. We've got Annika on the roof distracting an adult silver dragon, keeping it out of the fight. And you guys have kept 4 of the 6 veteran dwarves from ascending to this level of the tower by using the hypnotic pattern. But 2 have made it. Zephyrus is still in his catatonic state. And we're kind of getting ready to start combat here. But before we do, we have a very important message that I am going to get Jasper Jinx to sing to us.
After almost 2 years, we are bringing back Winter GAX in 2022. Save the dates, February 4th, 5th, and 6th, as we are returning to the Moose Jaw Cultural Center with all of our amazing activities. Classics like Dungeons and Dragons, like you see here, a stocked board game lounge, full networked PC LAN area, and miniatures like Warhammer will be all returning. That's 2022, Winter GAX, February 4th, 5th, and 6th. Watch our socials and website for registration, opening soon.
I'm excited for GAX. I don't know if anybody else is.
Absolutely.
I plan on going and playing some D&D from my DM's chair.
That's probably what I'll do too, actually. Me as well.
Yes, my minions.
Death to all.
Although, I do have to say, does anybody else feel like Jasper failed his performance role for his singing?
Absolutely. It's like he didn't even try.
Yeah.
Yep, I cannot persuade you. I did fail. Yep.
Just phoned it in.
Phoned it in.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
So, I'm going to get initiative from everyone. So we'll start Somber.
That's 5, because I rolled a 1.
Remember, there's no good rolls, only good role playing.
I mean, it suits.
Annika?
9.
Jasper?
6.
Ginny?
16.
I thought I was going to get out of this without having to do double digits. Ren?
22.
Oh, 2.
Oh my.
You know, there's a limit on 2s, man.
That's why there was only 2.
16.
I'm going to let Ginny go first on her 16.
Sounds good to me.
Because she kind of got the tail end of the totem pole last time.
Well,
Fair.
and just for clarity, my little yellow guy there, I had scurried away from the hole.
Did
I
you
didn't
get
reach
that
him.
Oh, where would you like to be?
22?
Behind the giant, please.
And I'm just saying, don't use up all the 2s.
Right around the corner.
Well,
This side?
Yes,
using
please.
2.
All right.
But you just rolled it
There.
twice.
Thank you very much.
So now there's the orb with the wall of force between you and everyone else.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
So, Annika, I'm just going to put the silver dragon on the same initiative as you, since you guys are up there conversing.
Okay.
If you decide to leave or something bad happens and it goes south,
Okay.
he'll roll his own at that point.
Okay.
Ren, you start the initiative order off, and Ginny, you are right behind her. Ren, you are still inside the treasure box. You've thrown the electrum comb out on the floor, but you're still in there with all of his robes and whatnot.
Cloak of displacement on. And I'll just kind of stay here for now.
I'm holding my safety in my chest.
I'll just pop my head out and do things.
Okay. Ginny, it is your turn, and Tova, you're on deck.
Ginny is very, very emotional right now, seeing her friend dive out a window and an attack be made against these, and then there's been lots of threatening words. And what normally would be a cool head is not prevailing. She's just gonna, like, with tears streaming down her face, go 5, 10, 15, 20. Try to hit him.
Ginny, what is... Why?
23.
23 will hit. They're wearing a very tough-looking split mail, and you're able to skewer between the chinks.
Oh my goodness, there's the rolls. 11 regular and 3 lightning damage for 14 points, and then I get to attack again.
Actually, three more.
Natural 20.
The halflings are
I'm
Veronica!
basically Veronica. I'm so sorry.
So what is max damage?
Including my modifiers?
Including your modifiers.
Okay, so that is 8 plus 4, 12 plus 7, 19 is my max damage.
Now roll damage and add it all back up again.
Okay, so 19 plus, I don't know what that is. That's a 5, but this is a 1. Okay, so 19 plus 12 plus 1, 32.
tiniest little freight train.
What did you say again? I blanked right out. 50, 79, 320?
32. 32 points of damage.
Dabbling at the
I'm
corridor.
just, I am beside myself, and I even rolled to see whether I would be able to overcome this, and it was not okay.
If you found a kink in the armor.
Your skewer dives deep into the body of the veteran, and as you pull the skewer out, it just starts to violently bleed. The veteran is still standing, but bloodied beyond imagination.
It's been a really hard day.
No pressure on following that up, Tova.
I'm going to let. I'm really debating on whether or not I let that hypnotic state drop or not.
Hang on to it. Hang on to it as long as you can.
I
That's
was thinking of switching it up for sleep.
They're stuck there.
You just watch her
Yeah.
skewer the living bejesus out of somebody. They got hit points.
I'm gonna try to convince them to stop and talk this out. Here you go. You kind of goes back.
I'm so glad someone's doing that.
I did it twice already.
No, you didn't.
What would I need? Persuasion.
Persuasion. Well, you were trying to scare them, and they are immune to fear here.
I was not. I was trying to persuade the first time.
15.
Give me your conversation. What are you trying to persuade me? I have a very large battle axe, and I need you to persuade me.
Because I'm bleeding out as
I'm holding your friends off to protect them, and I'm gonna try to protect you guys too. But I need you guys to stop and listen, please.
She's crazy, man.
Our friend just jumped out a window, and her cat just went off the wall, and I just need to talk to you guys and let your friends go. If you just lay down your weapons.
Well, I'm going to remove the disadvantage because one of them got hurt.
Yeah.
Because that was fairly persuasive. They're still going to do an insight.
Oh, went right. Got a chink right in the thigh and got into that artery right in there.
They're not putting down weapons, but they don't seem to be pushing forward at the moment. But it's hard to tell because it's not their turn.
Yeah. If we could just talk this out, guys.
That was 16. Were you doing any other action? Just the...
Actually, yes, as I'm gonna back off as, across the room.
If we could just talk this out, guys.
Everybody be cool, it'll be good.
Well, it looks like a back off
Oh, no, I have...
stance.
Yeah.
Annika, this is you and the dragon.
Yes. So this last thing was that he spat it with much venom.
I don't believe that Zephyrus holds giants in any more high regard than you do, other than the fact that he is one. He's trying to help. And we're trying to help him. Can we somehow come to an agreement here? He's not the one that we should be fighting against. We need to turn our attentions elsewhere.
Giants ravage the land.
But not this particular one.
He is going to continue to converse with you and not breathe poisonous gas into the tower.
Okay, good.
He's silver?
Paralytic gas.
Ah, okay.
Kind of like my bathroom.
I don't like that.
That was 9. Jasper, it's your turn, and Somber, taking the end of the initiatives.
Yeah.
Cool.
After them, though, right?
Sorry, Jasper, I go first on a 7, and then you're on a 6.
That's okay. My action is probably going to restart the fight.
No.
Well,
Depending on what the dwarves do.
Dwarf number 1 happens to be bleeding profusely from his liver area. And he is going to try to perform something on himself to not bleed to death. He is trying to stop the bleeding by pressing on the wound and keeping pressure. He's dropped his war axe. It drops to the ground with just a thump. No bounce, just hard thump. Because of the weight of it.
Great progress.
Okay, we're halfway there. Keep going, gentlemen.
The other dwarf
It's all good.
runs around the hole and is... No, the other way. And is going to try to hip check Ginny away from his friend.
Hunting cats.
Because you've got a 20, don't you, Ginny?
Or no.
Is he doing a push?
For now.
Yes.
Because I drank
Then
the
it's
potion.
strength athletics, no roll to hit.
Well, that's even better.
Yeah. And then you roll dex
Untested.
acrobatics.
It's
'Cause your strength.
23.
7. 8. 8.
Yeah.
So you can put number 2 where the light purple is and push light purple back into the corner. One more.
Am I still upright or am I prone?
It's
What do you-
push or prone.
I'm going to say you're prone just because he beat you by well more than 5.
Like, fair.
Yeah.
And a
Bounced
hip
off the
check
wall.
to you is more like a hip kiss.
Yeah.
Even on a dwarf.
Whomp. So he has kind of taken up a defensive position between the vicious, terrifying halfling of doom. Doom
Old lady
halfling.
having a moment.
Jasper.
Apparently you just need to make me really nervous and then my dice go bananas.
Unless it's sanity checks.
So while this is happening over here, I see that everyone's distracted from the chest. And scamper over and hide inside the chest with Ren. And help him look through what's in the chest.
So you bolt over the...
Climb over the giant.
Over the giant.
Scurry across the floor and dive headlong into the chest.
The pizza man's here.
Okay.
Did you put extra fish heads on my pizza?
Why do we have
He's
that
really
guy?
excited. He's going to be angry when he finds out he doesn't get fed. It's after midnight.
So you've gone and launched yourself into the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
You see him jump up and then just fall forward and 2 little feet up out of the chest.
No, I've got my crossbow readied for if they do decide to change their minds and attack, but I'm just readying that action.
Under 3/4 cover.
3/4 cover, yes.
Somber.
Yeah, so there's tankard and flask and another thing that he's going to start filling the tankard with. And so he's got a couple of things he's going to set out, and he's just going to be like, come on, it's all yours. We can talk.
You're dwarfy.
It is sadly going to sound much more like that. That's probably a persuasion. So 10. We're all friends.
Come on, give them advantage. It's booze, and they're dwarves.
I'm not giving you advantage because I'm not giving you disadvantage. Because you've taken away the disadvantage.
Okay.
I mean, I don't care what kind of booze it is. If you stab one of my friends,
You owe me a drink?
We didn't kill him.
It was a 10, so.
so we're back to the top of the order with Ren and then Ginny on deck.
Do I notice no one?
I am going to cast sleep on the doors.
Centered on which one is going to be closer to the center, number 1 or number 2?
Number 2.
Okay.
Because it's 90 feet.
Oh yeah, it's lots of room. It just starts with whatever's closest to the center.
And if you max that, Ginny's going down.
I'll just sleep. It's okay, she could probably use a nap right about now.
Pretty close to a psychotic break. I think.
Was there fish heads?
No.
Oh.
Oh, well, I guess you don't need...
18 is not enough to put the full health one to sleep. The hurt one is going to pass out. I don't know if I'm going to call it sleep or passing out.
Lack of blood, yeah.
By the way, it probably doesn't look great.
So just tip one over, but leave one on the board because one is actually still alive, just unconscious.
But yeah, this guy has...
That's the one that...
I hit 1.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, and you're undercover there, aren't you? So no wonder he rolled a 1 on his perception to see what was going on. Because you were very difficult to see. He is just assuming that his buddy has passed out from lack of blood on the inside of him. Ginny.
I have noticed that everyone has stopped fighting.
You are not a berserker. You are allowed to notice stuff.
I even rolled a perception check just to make sure. And I put my hands up and I let my skewer fall to the ground. And I am so sorry. I can make a poultice. I just need some mangoes. They're downstairs.
And you yeet yourself in the hole.
Nope, I stay there, and that's it.
Okay.
Maybe stand back up.
Yes, I will stand up and say that.
Okay.
That's what I will be doing. Just in case they want to get stabby, I don't want to give them advantage.
Tova, it is your turn, and then Annika.
I'm going to continue to try to persuade him. I tell him, if you honestly back down, I give you my word as a dwarf, I will heal him, and we can talk this out.
Did you take some healing spells?
I do have a few.
Okay. I just assume you would get Jasper or Annika to cast them on the ring.
Yeah.
That's if
where
I come
have
back.
him.
We got this days ago, so we're good.
Was it healing word or cure?
Healing word.
So you don't even have to go over there. You can do healing word at range.
I know, but I want his
Word.
word that nothing funny will happen in the next
You ever heard a dwarf tell a joke?
Are you lying?
No, I'm actually
Okay.
being quite honest.
He believes you. And he puts his battle, he doesn't drop it, he puts it back on his belt. Or I guess it would be on his back holster.
Okay.
It's a big axe.
Progress.
And I cast Healing Word on his buddy.
Okay. He sees you heal his friend.
2 and
Plus
5,
five.
which is 7.
So now I can kill you. I mean, I would never do that.
Do you know what's coming up?
Wound stops bleeding. This guy's still unconscious.
The wound, the blood stops flowing out of the skewer. And he doesn't wake up. He's still under the effects of the sleep spell.
Oh, that's good.
That was 16. Next is Annika.
Alright, so we're trying to convince the dragon that we should gather up the dwarves that he's brought, and we're going to go look for the actual cloud giants that are causing the problems, not this one. This one is just trying to help.
My job is not but to bring them to the clouds. I do not make the decisions. That is up to the dwarves.
Can you come in and maybe... I know you probably can't fit all the way inside the tower.
He stretches his head down, but he's got a fairly long neck on his shoulders, and he looks through, you assume he looks through one of the windows. He's like, it's a little tight. It's got a very large body.
So if I can bring a dwarf over to the window, we can talk, we can have a discussion about this, right? You'll vouch for me? We've had a good connection, you and I. We're getting along, we're having a good talk.
If the dwarves wish to leave, I will take them back.
Sounds good. I'm going to return to my friends now and talk to the dwarves.
I am going to be listening.
Absolutely, I would
And-
love you to listen.
If you cross me,
Would
those who cross
never-
a dragon often end up with a side dish.
Would never dream of it, my friend. Would never dream of it.
He just kind of sits back or nestles down on the hat.
And I fly down towards the window, and just as soon as I get to the window, I don't know if you want me to take the entire time, I'll drop the radiant form and flop back in onto the bed.
Roll a acrobatics to hit the hole. To hit the
Does it have to be
window.
in acrobatics? Could it be in athletics?
No, it's acrobat.
Well, you said the word roll.
I flap hard enough that I hit the window.
Oh.
Ooh, I'm going to hit the side. Because that's a 3.
Tower. Did you have anything that might let you re-roll?
Yeah, no,
did you
because I
use your
used that
inspiration?
already.
That's not generally how jumping out a
She
window
doesn't
works.
fly through the window, but you're able to grab the ledge and pull yourself up. It is far less dramatic.
Hi, everyone. Told you I'd be back.
Mildly more stressful. So she's left that window and come in that window. And
No, I came
the space between the windows, there's a slight bit of confusion.
Because you still have the pixie dust.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. That's not how jumping normally works. I don't think.
That she
We're
went
up
out.
really high.
She went out and then she came back in. But,
You
I mean,
up in
Annika's
the air.
alive. I guess that's a win.
Is
He starts
everything
looking for
going
another
okay in
bottle.
here? I know I can see someone is down. Is he just sleeping? Like, we haven't really hurt anyone, right?
So the number 2,
Let me tell you what these guys did.
Bro.
the conscious dwarf points directly at you, Toba. He says, I've ceased my hostilities. You will release my brethren from the charming sorcery, and I will vouch for you so we don't continue fighting. But if you will not relinquish your control over my friends, I will summon the dragon.
Done.
That sounds fair. Yep.
Yep. I
Cast
release
shatter.
the hypnotic state and
I cast punch the jinx in the back of the head.
You just
Ginny is
close
like-
the lid.
This close to cardiac arrest right now.
So you drop
That
the
lid
concentration. You
Yeah.
can do that out of turn.
But I suggest we leave
just-
your brother there
My tail
sleeping
gets
till
caught.
we can fully heal him.
Yes, he's suffered grievous wounds.
Mind if I take a look?
That was my fault. I'm so sorry.
He he doesn't really invite you over, but he motions you closer.
Okay. I'll work on first aid. What?
You have to wait till
Yeah.
your turn for that. Annika, you went Jasper and then Somber.
So they say things are calming down.
Time to escalate.
Time to rummage through the chest to see what else I find.
You find blankets that look like they should be closed because they are. The only thing that's really of value was the electrum comb that got thrown out. And everyone knows about. Was there anything else you were doing, or just you want to take your turn to rummage and confirm?
There's sandals in there. Every cat I've had has really loved sandals.
Yeah.
There's getting cat hair over everything. It's
I give Ren a pat on the back and just say, well done getting into the chest, Ren. It looks like you might have found something for us.
No, you just have to get it in your bag.
Somber.
I'm
Yeah, but it's on the floor.
not doing anything. We're cooling down. Everything is going okay. I guess he's rummaging for a few more cups and things. Because apparently all the dwarves are coming up now.
Ren and Ginny is on deck.
I kind of look out. Things look kind of calm up there. To
Time to escalate.
JJ.
Are you coming out? You're staying where you are?
I'm just gonna stay here just because it's safe in here right now.
2 rogues in a box.
Ginny?
We got.
What could go wrong? It's my fault. I thought you were dead. They were all upset. He cast a shatter spell, so I stabbed.
It looks like you got a good hit. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
What are you talking about? That just about cost my brother his life.
I'm so sorry.
I've been training her. She's obviously picked up really well. I'm very sorry
Thank you
about your
very
brother.
much for that.
I'm very much.
I'm gonna flush this out of my system now.
We'll absolutely help your brother.
And I no longer have disadvantage on wisdom checks, but I am no longer as fast.
I hate to ask what flushing a thing out of your system looks like.
Haven't quite figured that out yet, but of course it's ladylike.
Handful of charcoal.
That would actually be terrible.
Yes, it would.
I mean, I've never been given charcoal. That was
Ginny.
Ginny. Tova.
Okay, I'm just gonna move on over there and pull out a first aid kit.
Roll a medicine check with advantage since using the kit. You have proficiency in medicine?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Both 17s.
Which one did you want to use?
Well, I'm gonna take the left one. So
No, that's not right.
Sinister.
sorry, it's 22.
So you spend your turn bandaging and applying gauze to the wound. Sleeps through the whole thing.
What a champ.
Better than anesthetics.
Yeah.
That was 16. Annika.
Alright, so I'm going to hop down off the bed. And I'm going to start moving towards them. Which will probably get me to about, what, there? Yeah, about there.
Sure.
And I'm going to be like, I've spoken with the dragon, and I need you guys to know that our host here, Zephyrus, is not one of the enemy cloud giants. He's trying to help us get to them and stop the problems that those cloud giants are causing. He is not causing any issues himself, and he's been nothing but a grateful host for us. So we are more than happy to work with you against the cloud giants that are causing problems. We came from Nightstone, and we are committed to helping those people.
I'm going to let you roll your persuasion with advantage this time because you've spoken to the dragon and you've informed them. They're pretty sure you wouldn't have survived speaking to the dragon if you were lying. And you guys have counteracted hurting them by doing some healing for them.
Persuasion, you'll say? So that would be a 21.
You see him kind of lean over the hole and look at his cloud-formed brethren, and he waves them away. He's like, "Go back outside. Do not waste the potions." So because it's their turn now, and they start floating back down.
They're gonna steal my still.
Oh, look at this.
Hopefully not.
Okay.
Jasper and then Somber.
I hop out of the chest and grab the. Ooh, yes. With a 28, I grab the comb as I'm landing on the ground and pocket it into the bag of holding without anyone seeing.
You haven't erased knowledge of said item from their, but you have pocketed it without. No one has a passive perception that way.
It's a 3-foot comb. He's very good.
Very good.
Well, maybe a foot and a half.
Okay.
It's 25 pounds, though. Therein lies the problem. Are you
Yeah.
even strong enough to lift 25 pounds?
Yet.
Yeah. Just a little bit of a grunt.
You failed your persuasion check. Somber.
Unless hostilities resume, I'm good. I think we're okay.
I'm going to call combat there. As you guys are finishing your third round, you roll me a dexterity save.
Cool. I'm really good at those. I'm okay at those. 16.
16. Because you pass by 5 or more, not only do you not fall off Zephyrus's lap as he starts to stand up, you are able to catch the booze that you poured out. You scoop up all the flagons and cups,
Scooped up, and there's a roll involved,
and you are able to land on the floor without spilling a drop.
That's fantastic.
Zephyrus stands up, his eyes kind of finally coming back. Now I need to make sure he's not insane.
Goodness.
Hey, we're okay.
Alright, thank God.
Because he's insane, and we're going to the next combat.
Yeah.
Now, there's a big challenge rating difference in these two.
Okay.
Zephyrus opens his eyes and he stands up and just gets up without really realizing you're on top of him because you were so dexterously not on him anymore.
Sure.
He stands up to his full height and he kind of looks around. He's very surprised, like, I did not expect to see so many of you up here. Like, I expected, you've been here. When did everyone else get here? Who are those?
So sorry for the intrusion, Zephyrus. We didn't mean to intrude on your chamber, but there is a silver dragon outside. He did bring these dwarven veterans here. They are searching for cloud giants to end the hostilities against the small folk.
Also, it's been 4 days, and we're going the wrong way.
That too.
Let me speak to our new guests. Thank you for coming to my tower. And thank you for not spilling more blood in my desert. May I help your friend? And the dwarf kind of understands there's not much he could do if the cloud giant really wants to, so he's like, yes. And Zephyrus reaches in, pulls a potion out of his cloak of many pockets. He gives it
That's
to
what
them,
you should steal.
to the, oh yeah, good luck.
My house cozy.
He gives it to the conscious dwarf. He says, give your friend this, and it will heal him. And it's more like a jug than a potion, but okay, he's just going to have to pee a few times. He says, would you like help out of the tower? I can help you down without hurting you. And he's like, yes, that would save us from having to expend our potions. And Zephyr scoops the both up in a swift yet gentle movement and steps out into the open air and floats down.
Can I have a ride too, please?
Well, he's floating down. He's like, yes.
I'll run and jump.
Jump over and make a jump.
Yeah. Do I have to roll that?
You can roll acrobatics.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's jumping.
22.
You adeptly jump upon Zephyrus' shoulder. You kind of wait for him to get a little lower and you jump right on his shoulder. And sit there and slowly descend to the main floor with it. You overhear Zephyrus speaking with the dwarves and apologizing for his rowdy, unkempt brother and explaining how the I forget how I described it before when I talked to you guys. How the natural order of things has been disturbed, and many of the giants don't know how to react and have been behaving quite poorly.
Right.
He gives them suggestions on how to find other castles of this cloud giants, and warns them of different tricks and traps that they use. The dwarves are kind of dumbfounded at the fact that a cloud giant would be telling them these kind of things.
Told you.
He lets you off of his shoulder when he gets to the ground and takes the dwarves outside, and you guys feel the whole tower shudder as the dragon changes position from on top of the tower to down, picking up the dwarves. You hear the sound of the wings again as the dwarves are taken away from the tower.
Threatened encounter with a dragon.
Be nice, for you are crunchy and good with ketchup.
Exactly.
I'll take those 2 blues.
I will find a spot underneath the chair and just
To
sit.
clean your drawers.
Yeah. And
So
clean my
Zephyrus.
sword as well.
So you guys are upstairs, and Zephyrus eventually does come back. Would you want back up with him?
Oh, we have to go back up. Okay.
You don't have to, my
Come
little
back.
one. He
I
scoops
can
you up.
bring everybody down.
Everyone's there. I should go be with them.
Are you afraid of heights?
I think I am
Now.
now. It wasn't before, but I think I am now.
So Zephyrus brings you back up reluctantly. And you guys are still there. You've watched the dragon take off. You've clambered up one of the walls to get to the window, and you're kind of hanging there as best you can, watching the dwarves and the silver dragon fly away.
So Zephyrus, why have we been heading in the wrong direction from the city we told you we were going to head to? Or that we wanted to go to?
Wrong direction.
Yes, we've gone much further up the coast
Oh, no.
to the north, where we were supposed to be heading to Tribor. And
That's funny because usually you remember. I
don't.
like no. Like Tribor was the wrong place.
Oh.
I asked the ether, and it specifically said Brinshan.
Okay.
Bryn Shannon, eh?
Bryn Shander, where the other they asked us to go to tell Markham that his brother died? Yes. The ether told us to do that instead?
It didn't say anything about that. That doesn't sound like it matters.
Okay. Just needed us to go to
what's
Bryn.
I mean, it's definitely sad, but ether doesn't bother itself with things like that.
What's in Bryn Shander that we need to go to?
You'd have to ask ether.
Well, we were hoping it had told you. No?
It tells me some things.
Okay.
Some things I understand, other things drive me mad.
Well,
There's a little bit of a look off to the window from Samber there. Shudder.
we do have things to do in Bryn Shander, everyone. It may not be where we were wanting to go, but as the giant is driving, this may just be where we need to go.
No, I'm not driving. I just let the ether take us where we need. Ether knows.
Yeah.
I'm not used to giving up that much control. But thanks for the ride.
Don't mention it.
I'm not sure we have an option to change directions. So.
We don't.
You can always get off whenever you want. You have the dust.
No longer
That
think
works
I'd like to use
some
it.
of the time.
Most of the time.
And we know who it probably wouldn't work for would be Ginny.
Yeah.
No, she would just climb inside the haversack.
Suffocate in 10 minutes.
It may not take 10 minutes to hit the ground.
Yeah, her justified fear of heights.
And then it
becomes a
pops and you
reality.
spill out of the astral plane onto the ground.
Oh no.
Built-in
It's assuming you land on the ground in the astral plane. So many worse things to land on.
That's true.
So I actually need to continue my conversation with Ethan. Something just woke me up. Kept getting shivers up my spine. I'm picking at my face.
Well, thank you very much for letting me go through your spell book.
Oh, I hope you find something you like.
I would like the whole thing, but I'll leave that with you.
I appreciate that. It took me several hundred years to make
It was very pretty. And now it's all over me.
it. He sits back down and crosses his legs and starts to chant a little bit, and his eyes once again roll backwards. And the further back they roll, the quieter the chanting gets until he is silent and motionless.
Silent and deadly.
Stay out of my bathroom.
So while we are traveling, I assume still we're going to continue on our way to.
Well,
Should we,
hang on, because Samber, once Zephyros goes down, Samber is going to turn and, where's his comb?
There's a comb?
Yeah, Ren, you threw it out. Where'd it go?
I don't know.
Well, take a look for it.
Don't point at me.
It was right there.
I can't even lift it.
I was in the chest. I have no idea. I just got out.
I was
Jasper?
busy healing dwarves.
You
so...
seen it? Help me. Give me a hand. Let's take a look.
Jasper.
Maybe we can find it.
You don't have the best history in these cases. Passing your sleight of hand does not mean that they've forgotten.
Possibly the dwarfs took it with them?
Roll a persuasion with disadvantage.
Deception?
Deception.
Yeah, that's not going to go well for me.
And we can insight him?
20. Dirty 20.
Roll an insight with advantage. Everyone.
Oh, I rolled 2 2s. That seems reasonable.
Dirty 20.
go. There you go. I got a 17.
What
So
did
I'm
you
like-
say,
I
Christian? A 20?
think it was the dwarves.
She had a dirty 22.
13.
Well, you fooled most of the people most of the
Dirty
time.
20 with deception. I think it was the dwarves.
Ginny, you are quite sure he is full of cat litter. And maybe an electric comb.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But Jenny, you know, I'm trying to persuade her.
Oh, I
Like,
haven't
are you
said
sure you're not?
anything.
Are you sure you're not? Are you sure you're not just traumatized from your experience of?
I haven't said
No, she hasn't said anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She
She hasn't. said
Gaslighting
anything?
her out of the door
Okay.
is probably not the best move.
No.
Okay.
I just look at you and I tilt my head. But I've got blood on my hands. So I'm going to let that one slide.
So I elbow the tabaxi in
Yeah, in the chest.
the chest and say, "We're splitting that."
Those dwarves were decent people.
The electrum comb is worth 750 gold.
Holy shit! Burn my friend!
Yeah, streaming.
Yes.
It's 25 pounds of electrum. What do you guys think?
I could have bought the whole spell book.
But on that, I was actually going to.
If I do,
If I do kill the tabaxi,
No, I was going to. Trying to just steer the conversation away from, you know, the fact that the dwarfs must have it. Everyone seems to think that. You need some help with your spells. I could probably loan you some money that, if you wanted, you could pay me back.
I think we ran out of time with the.
no.
No.
That's right, the tower
Oh,
hasn't
it's
stopped.
gonna be a while.
The tower hasn't stopped, so you could.
How much are you wanting to give?
How much are you needing?
You need to calculate.
750.
You need
Probably.
750 gold pieces.
50 per spell level is the cost to transcribe.
Okay.
So the circled ones are the ones you've already bought?
Yeah,
Okay.
and the ones with X's are ones I already have.
Okay.
You need to convert those.
And which
their
ones do
golds
you want to
and
like
gems.
star the ones you want
Yeah,
really,
just-
really want?
Yeah.
So we can figure out how much?
Tell you what, I'll let you figure that out
Yeah.
Okay.
outside of
Yeah.
outside
Yeah.
a game. It takes, what is it, 10 days here to the dwarves?
Yep.
You guys actually travel for nearly 2 more weeks.
ooh,
Oh, you're all not
It
happy.
would be nice to have some.
And you float far, far to the north, into the mountains where Brinshander exists. Watching over the edge, you see the town come into view. It's one of the larger towns, well, the largest towns in the 10 towns area. So you see it there. It's got big walls around it. Each of the 3 entrances into town has a different. Well, there's one in the north, south, and the east side, and they've got towers on either side of the entrance and big drawn gate. And the tower slowly comes to rest just several miles away from the edge of town. Ether must be smart enough to not panic people because cloud towers overhead don't seem to end well at the moment. But as it comes to a gentle stop, you see the stairs begin to form.
Who's got a coat? I say, looking over.
not me.
Not any real cold weather gear.
Ginny has spent no time outside on the cloud since the incident. And she is not looking forward to the stair climb down.
It is relatively cool. You'll probably end up wanting to have some kind of cold weather clothing, but
I do.
probably can get that in Brinshander. Well, you've got a fur coat with you pretty much everywhere.
But I've got a couple of costumes and stuff with me too, so people can at least throw them over their.
I'll layer my vestments on top of my regular clothes.
Oh boy.
So it takes a good portion of the afternoon for the stairs to descend down to the ground, and you guys make your way down. I'm not sure how we're doing for time, Tech Goblin, but I am going to call this session here as you guys make your way to the edge of Bryn Chandler.
Huzzah!
Which
Thank
which
you.
end are you going to? North, south, or east?
You are closest to the southeast gate. So, the southern gate. I'm trying to remember the picture in my noodle head.
There.
I mean, I have it here. I don't need to guess. I know what it is. The southwest gate.
Southwest gate.
You guys did a good game. Did
Yeah.
everybody have fun?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
great.
Mhm. As always.
Did you guys get all the 2s out of your system?
No.
Probably
22 initiative. 22 rolls.
Quiet, Tech Goblin.
Well, I want to thank all of our viewers for joining us. I want to thank everybody who's watched on YouTube for joining us on our adventure here. And tune in for the next adventure. We'll keep them posted up on our Facebook page when we're going to have our next Twitch session. We can see what the paladin eats herself out of next time. And everybody have a good day and enjoy gaming.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Whoa. What's going on? Tech Goblin. Tech Goblin!
Shut up! I'm on the phone with tech support.
This isn't good for my image. Ugh. That was episode 11 of Moosejaw Gamers and No Good Rolls, Just Good Roleplaying. It was previously recorded while streaming on Twitch. Check out their channel for live streams. Please, like and subscribe here and on Twitch. You can see the continuation of their adventure in about a week's time. Oh, this isn't much better. Ooh, I think I'm gonna hurl.